Hello, my lovely Aries. Thank you for joining me, Lorien, for this reading for December 2018. I can't believe we're already at the end of the year. I'm doing this live, but you can watch this back whenever you like, simply because my laptop's still not working, and on top of that, I think in the last few readings I mentioned I was coming down with a cold. I had the cold. It was one of the ones where you can't really move, get up out of bed and do anything, so I'm making up for lost time, and I'm now going to be doing this reading for you. I'm feeling so much better. My voice may not sound it, but I am feeling so much better, and looking forward to seeing what's coming through for you. So this is an Aries Sun, Aries Moon and Aries Rising. If you want a personal reading, the link as to how to get one is below. And also doing editing services now. Okay, let's see. Oh, we have one in reverse. I normally don't do readings in reverse, cards in reverse, sorry. But this one seemed to want to come up that way, so that's interesting. Alright, so I'm doing it reverse, face down, and this is basically so that I can sort of get the energy from the... So let's see the first card. Oh, it's a 3. The 3 of Pentacles. So this one comes through with a great sense of well-being. I would say that you have a lot of friendship, community coming in here, but the main thing is we need to look at your teamwork and collaboration. It could be that you're seeking guidance from somebody or a person who is seeking guidance from you, and you're working together in order to create, or shall we say, generate a very positive end result. I do think this is going to lead you into an understanding as to where you want to go next. I also feel like because we're in Mercury retrograde for a lot of December, or at least half of it, we are going to be experiencing communication issues, and it just will depend on how you feel communication is going to lend itself to your own path. And I think this is really strong for you in the fact that you know what you're doing. You're proving every day that you know what you're doing. It's just a case of, you know, do other people also recognize that you know what you're doing? So I think this is more of a professional lean because it's Pentacles as well. However, it could also be for a relationship simply because there's a lot going on in regards to that. Okay, you have the 9 of Cups as well. So this is the wish card. This is very much about having that sense of gratitude and luxury. One thing that I would recommend you start doing, if you don't already, is just say to the universe, I am grateful for, and then list things that you're grateful for. It could even be the things that you don't have yet, but the universe doesn't know that. So it's kind of like, I'm grateful for the opportunities I receive. I can't tell you how many little giveaways I've won in the past when I've said I'm grateful for the opportunities I receive. So it could be that you focus a little bit on what you want to gain from the opportunities, from working within the team, from looking at yourself and feeling a little bit more in tune with what it is your heart desires, what it is you want to achieve in maybe career and love. But I feel like this is you working with somebody, maybe even your spirit guides or your higher self, in order to achieve something greater than you've already got. I mean, it's absolutely no shame in wanting to improve yourself, but there is a little bit of danger here in regards to maybe there's a little bit of conflict, there's some tension. If you, for instance, work with somebody only for you to succeed over them, or you to get a better result over them, you know, like if you're study buddies, or, you know, if you are with a partner and suddenly you're more preferred in your circle of friends, that could be an issue, and that could come forward a little bit spitefulness, jealousy, that kind of ickiness. And what we need to do is push that away. And this came up for another reading actually, and I think it's just the nature of communication and Mercury, and that feeling of all things going backwards, but also having to stand still before we can reflect and then actually move forwards. It's higgledy-piggledy, and it's something that you will overcome, but it's just, I think other people may get a little bit of the green-eyed monster this month, or a little bit of the spiteful edge, really, because I don't know exactly why they're doing this. It does feel a little bit like they have this practice of, oh, I want to do this, or oh, I want to do that, or this is something that I want to achieve. How dare you, Aries, and all that kind of stuff. So if there's somebody's being dramatic, if somebody's being a little bit, adverse, or, trying to push you into something that you don't want to do, don't feel afraid of pushing back. And I think that's not going to erase any good juju you've got going on. Just push back on that a little bit and see what's coming through for you. Because similarly, this card is also about making sure that any victory you have is done so with good head on your shoulders, and it's not you going no 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 no, even though it may be really tempting. So I think that that's something that you take it very humbly. You take your victory with a sense of, okay, I've done it, thank you very much. But other people may see that as, why, you're getting it all. And I don't think that's necessarily a reflection on anything you have done. I just think it's a reflection on them and how they are trying to manipulate certain things. Oh, and then we have the Hanged Man. Ooh, you may be feeling a little bit torn. Just trying to get in tune with this, because this seems to be like the one thing that they came to me actually, superstition. Whereas normally I would say this is something to do with feeling grounded and stuck in the sand. They're saying this is to do with superstition. Superstitions are holding you back at this point in time. It could be, Alright, this is like half of you are going to know what this means, the other half won't. So I apologise, depending on which one you are. But some of you have had this kind of back and forth, wondering which direction to go. And I feel like this is now coming to a certain stage where you will be able to say, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm going to do, nobody else is going to push me in the other direction. So this is kind of what I feel is coming in. So it's kind of like, okay, I can either go this way or this way. But there is something like a superstition, it has to be at the right moment. I cannot move until this happens, or I cannot say yes to this person until this happens. And to be honest, that isn't the right way to do it. There will never be a right time for you to take the plunge and contact that someone. There will never be the right, perfect time for you to ditch everything and go and live in Bermuda somewhere. There will never be the perfect stars aligned time for you to take the radical action that you need. If it was correct, if everything was easy, it would not be radical, because you have to go through this sort of change, and it may be that you're holding on to something that no longer can be held on to, and that's why you're kind of saying, no, it has to be the right time. No, hold on to it at your peril. I think you need to just kind of let it go and move on and stop staying where you are. So this was the one in reverse. Oh, it's the wheel. Interesting. Okay, so as you know, if you've watched me before, I don't tend to do reversals, but this one seemed to be very determined to come out like this, so I am just going to go with it. This is normally your turning point, your personal vision. And I would say that because it's upside down, it's kind of like you feel time is running out rather than in your favour. I feel like you may be resisting this change or resisting this turning point, even though, because it's linked with this one, it may be everything you have wanted. It may be every single thing you have desired. You're still resisting it. Because what comes after that? What comes when you get everything you want? What comes when you get the partner you want? What comes when you feel this person draw towards you? Or, are you fearing that it's going to be like a bungee cord and rip it away from you again? Are you fearing that it's just going to completely tumble down around you? Fears to have, if they are based in truth. But I think some of these are just based in superstition. I don't know why that card has just come through with that superstition. Now I've got the friggin' song in my head. So thank you very much, Stevie Wonder. But it just feels like there's a feeling of not really sure as to where you want to go. Maybe thinking, I will need to do this, but feeling pulled back as well because of certain elements. And then maybe, oh, well, I haven't come across a black cat lately to give me some good luck. It's not about that. It's mostly about how you feel in yourself and what kind of understanding you have of yourself. But all is not lost. All is not lost at all. You have a brilliant card here. This is about the relationships, compassion, intimacy. This is mostly, to me, about finding it for yourself. So you need to have this renewed energy within yourself. You need to have this within you to feel like you have a strong core emotion. So if you act on fear, the results will be based on fear. If you act in love and compassion for yourself, the results will be in compassion to yourself. If you act rashly, you see where I'm going with this. But I do feel like through all the teamwork and all the understanding, there's still this feeling of I've achieved something, but because something kind of bops back at you, or other people don't like what you've done, that could knock your confidence a bit, and that may actually make you feel like you have to stall. But I don't think you should. I think you should go ahead. Okay, I'm just going to do an angel card now for you guys, and just to see what information comes through, and we'll take a look. I was also thinking of doing like a live year ahead reading, but I don't know if people would be up for that, so just let me know if you would be. Of course, it'd be able to be viewed afterwards, but I do want to get understanding as to what's happening for each sign in 2019. Oh, healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle may differ to some people. So this says eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, exercise regularly for optimal health. I'm going to go a little bit of a different tangent on this one because I feel this is mostly to do with your healthy lifestyle around other people, energies, and if you continue hanging around or indulging negatives and people who seem to want to get the better of you or seem to want to mess with your heart, because this is green, this is to do with your heart chakra, then I don't think that's very healthy. I think this is to do with your mental health and your emotional health. Sleep, yeah, fine. Eating healthy, great. Exercise, sure. What about when it's people making you unhealthy? What about when it's your friends who just stress you out so much? You know what to do. You have this compassion for yourself. You know when to say no. Maybe now's the time to start standing up to people and say, can't do that. Maybe it's time to stand up to lovers and significant others and say, I can't do this anymore. I can't handle this anymore. So it could be as well that you actually reach out to somebody just to tell them goodbye. It could be that you reach out to somebody to give them a piece of your mind and then just walk away. So say that you need to decide where that's coming from. Is it from yourself, or is it from fear that you just want to lash out? So do be mindful of that, and do let me know in the comments below how things go for you, my lovely Aries. I do think things are going to work out for the best. If you want a reading from me, the link is down below. Thank you so much for all your support so far. I really do appreciate every single one of you. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes through for you in December. But in the meantime, blessed be, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.